All right, here we are with Chapter 7 homework. A little late, but better late than never, I suppose. All right, 23. One graph represents a normal distribution with mu 10 and standard deviation 3. The other one has a mean of 10 and a standard deviation of 2. So which one is which? So you can't look at the answers, that's cheating. So this is the mean for both of them. So standard deviation, one of them's 2 and one of them is 3. Probably the easiest way to recognize this just by looking at it is which graph is narrower. Which graph is the data less spread out? And that would be A, so that would mean sigma would be 2 and B, sigma would be 3. Okay, because it's standard deviation is a measure of spread from the mean, so this is more spread out. The other way is to recognize that on the curve, standard deviation is the point where it changes from being curved down to curved up. So that's the point of concavity. And it looks like this would be the point here for the red curve. That's one standard deviation. And this point here would be the standard deviation for the second curve. So that'd be like a 2 and a 3 or something. All right, 25. Graph of a normal curve is given. Use the graph to identify values of mu and sigma. Well, mu is 2 in the middle, of course, and sigma is how far you go to get to that point where the curve, again, changes from being curved down to curved up. Okay, so that would be 3 units each way, so that's why we have mu is 2 and sigma is 3. 26 will do the same type of thing. Mu is 5. Standard deviation is to that point in the middle there, so that would be 2. So that's where those come from. Okay, let's do 31. You explain it. We got cell phones that are normally distributed with a mean of 62, standard deviation of 18. So I know it's a normal curve. Always draw mu is 62, standard deviation is 18, and A is draw the normal curve. There you go. So A. B, shade the region that represents the proportion of plans that charge less than $44. So there's 44. So we want to find that area. The probability that a piece of data, in this case a cell phone plan, is less than or equal to 44. I think it says less than, but it doesn't matter if I say less than or equal to or less than because this area is still the same. Well, let's find the z-score. Z-score is 44 minus 62 over 18, which is negative 18 over 18, which is negative 1. Okay, so my z-score is 1. So this is one standard deviation away. Okay, that's what z is. The number of standard deviations from the mean. And so I can either look that up on the table or I can do this on my calculator, and either way I get approximately 16%. Another way to think of it is this is one standard deviation each direction. Is this contains 68% of the data, so that means the rest is 32, so that must be 16% and that must be 16%. So that's another way to look at it because it's a nice number to deal with. And then C, suppose the area to the left of 44 is 15.87. Provide 2 interpretations. C, that would mean one interpretation would be 16% approximately of the cell phone plans are less than $44. That's the first interpretation. The second interpretation is pick a person at random, find the probability that their plan is under $44. Okay, so think about that. See if that makes sense to you. Oops, there we go. How about that? Okay, so over here, 16%, less than 44. So both of those um, are two, or those are two different ways to look at it. All right, there you have that one.